Hello, everyone. Welcome to Devotion to Promotion. We have good news. Our form has been red hot, and we are still in first place. Bad news, however, Salt Shields just will not let go. Their form, likewise, has been red hot. We'll update everything, then we're going to jump right in and play our match of the month against 10th place Stockport County. We've had a good month. As I mentioned in the intro, we have been red hot. If we take a look at our results, after our dramatic 2-1 win against Salt Shields, we've won our next 5 matches, picking up a 2-0 win over Hartlepool, then a 3-0 win in the FA Trophy Cup against Yeovil Town. There are now only 8 teams left, and in our next FA Trophy Cup round, we play Alfreton Town, who sits in the Vanarama National League North. They have been red hot. They haven't lost. I think they're 9 wins and a draw in their last 10 matches. So that should be a big match as well. But with 8 teams left, we need 3 more to get to the final. So that is starting to get interesting as well. We then picked up consecutive wins here, 3-1, 3-2, and 2-0 in the National League North, playing against some lower league teams, so teams at the bottom end of the table. So we've had a good run. And if we take a look at the table here, we've opened up a little bit more of a gap. We now are 12 points up over Salt Shields. However, Salt Shields has a match in hand. They had one match postponed because of a waterlogged field. So assuming they're going to win that, because I think it's against Gateshead, who sits down here in 24th place. So yeah, they're probably going to win that match. That's going to give them 82 points. So still a 9-point cushion. We've played 37 matches in a 46-match season, so we have 9 matches left to go, a 9-point cushion, so 3 games up. We'll see how it goes. We are the first team to qualify for the playoffs, so that's good. Win today would be another step forward. It's at the point now where we're qualified for the playoffs, we've avoided relegation. I think this is it. We're our hats in the ring. We're playing for first place. We really want to get first place, and that's our number one goal. A couple of other side things. If we take a look at my profile here, where are we? Here is my profile. Up in the top right-hand corner, I now have my National A license. Yes. I've graduated from school, my 3rd schooling and my 3rd license. And I waited about a week, and then I went right to the board because our rating, our Club Vision here was giving us an A+ for results and things like that. And I went and said, hey, can I study again? And it says studying for a Continental C license. The board approved it. So now I think this is a 4-month course. It costs a little bit more, but that'll get us up to Continental C. And as I'm looking at this here, I just noticed a Wanted. Wanted by Carlisle. Where are they? I have not seen this. Can I check them off that? I can't get there. Okay, Epic Fail. Let's try it this way. Carlisle. Sky Bet League 2. They haven't contacted me, so I don't know what they're talking about. Do they have a manager? Manager. Where is the manager? Where does it list it? Manager. Yeah, they have a manager. What's wrong with them? 10th place in Sky Bet League 2. Oh, well. That's interesting. So I'm really happy where we are, and I'm not going to leave until this season's over. So we'll see what that goes. That's a story for much later because I want to keep going here. But it is kind of nice to be wanted something. It's the first news to me. I didn't see that at all. If we take a look, however, at attributes, out of 20, we're almost halfway there on a couple of them. Attacking is 8. Tactical 8, man management, motivating. I give such great speeches, I guess. Is there 8? Still don't really have a clue with goalkeepers. And it is the level of discipline, adaptability, and working with youngsters are broken. I think there's word they're going to fix those in an update coming up at some point in time. So maybe those will move up once the update or patch comes out, whenever that is. So that's good news. Graduated and back in school. There are 6 licenses you can get altogether. Continental A, I think Continental A is the highest you can get. So this would give us 4 of the 6 licenses. And that does. Our reputation now is 1 whole full star out of 5. Woohoo! Making progress here. Loving it. All right. And good news as well. I mentioned before that Ania couldn't score and wasn't scoring at all. And he was just having a disastrous run of form since he got injured there a little while ago. But Ania scored in the Hartlepool match right after the Salt Shields match. It's kind of a funny goal. I'd like to show it to you because I think what happened is he kind of fell down in front of the goal and someone kicked it and it hit his foot and went in. But see what you see here. It's on a set piece. We're in blue. Ball bounces all around, and somehow he's on the ground, and someone kicks it to the right, and it goes in the goal. But for whatever reason, I think that was really good for his confidence. We got a report that, he hadn't scored for like 11 hours and was really happy to score. And then since that point in time, if we look at his reports here, his form... 7.7, 7.4, 7.5, 7.9. 2 goals and an assist in the last 4 matches he's played. He played just the last 13 minutes in this one. So he seems to have kind of figured things out. And I thought also it might be worthwhile to take a look with that in mind, to take a little bit of a look at some of the statistics here for the Vanarama National League North, because there are some interesting things going on. Probably the most, here is the Golden Boot race. This Jason Gilchrist for Salt Shields is ahead by 5. But Sam Nambe, our kind of our left winger who plays striker at sometimes and is an attacking left winger, so he cuts in and tries to score, now has 18 goals in league competitions. So he's 5 back. That's a lot with 9 matches to go. I mean, not impossible, but, probably Gilchrist's going to get it, but still pretty good. And Naya sits back at 16 now that he's picked up a couple more. Still in 5th place, so not bad, but boy, his form really dropped off after the first half of the season. One other interesting thing, if we take a look at average rating, these are the top 5 players in the league. Shez Isaac with a 7.44, and then Nambe up here with a 7.40. In 5th place is Ania with a 7.31, and a couple of players from Salt Shields right in there. So again, Salt Shields and our worlds are just completely mixed up and all intertwined here. So we are going to go with our 4-2-4 formation. I'll talk about it as we get going here. Just kind of a couple of comments. We have a couple of, Kwanzaa, one of our right backs, is suspended for picking up 10 yellow cards, so he's got, I think, a 2-match suspension. We've had a lot of matches packed in because of those Trophy Cup matches, so we are kind of trying as best we can to not play players who have a high risk of injury, but we do have to kind of do a little bit there, and so we'll just deal with that as we can. Straight across the back is pretty straightforward. Isaac and Petter are kind of our 2 established midfielders. Bennett has played really well out on right wing since coming back from injury. Tyrone Ofori, one more story to take a look at. He's got 12 goals and 12 appearances for us. Has no business. He's now 2-star current ability. It was 1.5. I don't know why he keeps scoring, but he just seems to consistently find the goal for us. So in our 4-2-4 formation, I'm kind of going with him at that off striker. Major has played out pretty well on the left-hand side. I think we're all set to go. We're going to try to take it to him. At home, we've been playing 4-2-4, and then on the road, we've been playing the 4-3-3 and kind of sitting back and trying to play it a little bit more defensively, if you would, or a little bit more kind of conservatively, and that seems to be working pretty well too, and it seems to be preventing teams from kind of figuring out what we're doing. So I think that's kind of, they don't quite know how to set up for our formation if we keep switching back and forth between 2 formations. So far, so good. Let's do our team talk here. Been on a good run lately, so go out there and impress me. They listen, and I have faith in you again. And let's go get it. Okay, who isn't? Jason Bennett, Jaden Bennett's, and Callum Casey. Don't necessarily get all excited about this one, but let's do this. We are in our home blue and whites. Stockport County are in the funky green and black uniforms. Yeah, our 4-3-3 formation has been working pretty well on the road against weaker teams. We haven't been giving up many shots. I think we've been getting like 20-something shots, usually giving a half dozen. And then at home, I'm playing a little bit more aggressively. Finish that. Oh, what? Offsides. Offside. No S. I know that. Ooh, over the bar. We have been producing a lot of shots. Not necessarily finishing a lot of shots, but producing a lot of shots. It chips it forward. Oh, penalty. Tyrone Ofori will take the penalty. Yes, he is our best penalty shooter. He has made, I think, 3 of his last 4. Hopefully this goes in. That'd be a good start. Yes! Up 1-0. That's a nice start. His 15th goal of the season. He's catching up to both Ania and Nambe there. He is taking our penalties, and we've had a number of penalties lately. I'm not quite sure what's on with the increase there. But we've had quite a few penalties that have kind of provided some goals for us. One was the winning margin in one game. Isaac sends the ball out right. Bennett's has played really well on the outside, although that wasn't a good example of it. Liking this. It's raining, of course, again. That's a pretty good name for a goalkeeper. Leg with an extra G. Nice. I like Major cutting in from the left here, too. Finish. Finish it. Goalkeeper. Leg. I guess he doesn't have good hands. That would kind of make sense. So maybe he's going to drop everything. Ooh, Ogumbo. Haven't had one of those Ogumbo headers in quite a while. Ooh, I don't like that spot. Oh, Jinadu with safe hands. The other thing I've noticed... Oh, I do have one kind of random comment if we don't get too many interruptions here from highlights and things like that. I did touch base with SI, the makers of Football Manager, and put in a bug report about the league schedule being overwhelmed and packed with games in the first half of the season for the National League North and South there. And they replied and said, actually, they do seem to have some kind of an issue with how the league handled expansion. And so they're looking at fixing that in the future. So it is something they're hoping to improve, because it doesn't make sense how, if we looked at our schedule, we had so many games, 2 games a week for the first 2.5 months of the season. And then the back half of the season, especially these back couple months, we're only going to have 1 game per week. It creates kind of a really challenging atmosphere to manage in here. We should challenge the team to go out and prove a point. Don't get complacent out there. Yeah, everybody's motivated. I've just been kind of using that one. You weren't that bad, but I believe you can still improve. It'd be nice to get a second goal here. We actually aren't playing all that well. Because when you do have all those matches in the early part of the season, you really kind of need 2 players for each position. And then as you get to the back half of the season, you don't have a lot of room really to players rest, but then they get angry if they're not playing so much. So this deep cup run has been helpful because we've been able to keep most of our players pretty active. Is that a penalty? Offside. Foul on us. It's been kind of a quiet game here. And Naya, show everybody that you can score again. All your fans are watching. Uh-oh. Nice. Oh, Petter with a nice steal. And Naya, Major, better. Oh, that was Ania. Maybe he can only kick it in if he falls down in front of the goal and someone hits it off his foot. Although his other next goal was pretty good. He's had 2 now. Blast it. Oh, got us. We are out shooting them 12-4, but the results have not been there, which is pretty typical. It seems like, I'm not sure if just attempts in general are up. Oh, that was so close. Petter from the outside. Lots of highlights and lots of shots. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Get it out of here. Good. I'm going to just pause 1 second and take Ogumbo and tell him to ease off tackles here because he's got a yellow card. Some of the press reports we're getting, too, have been mentioning how many yellow cards and red card now suspended. Well, the yellow cards that we've got. I think we're leading the league in that. We do play kind of a pressing formation. I wonder if... Oh, that should have gone in. That's... I've been playing kind of a pressing formation, and that seems to be... I think that's the cause of them. I'm not really sure. This is just flying by here. 65 minutes. I want to look at a sub. What are we doing here? Who's not playing well? Bennett's on the right-hand side, not doing well at all. Let's go to 70 minutes, and then we'll bring in Shonibari on the right. Maybe try to shake something up. And Naya, again, not having a great game yet. Only goal is our penalty so far. Defensively, we're doing okay. Callum Casey's struggling a little bit. Let's play to 70. See what happens here. I'd love to get a second goal. Put a little cushion on this. Before he picks it up. Oh, Major with the boomer. Another corner. Gosh, we're pouring the shots on here. We just need someone who can finish. Get it? Ah. Wasn't much of a highlight for a corner. I got a bad feeling. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Just like generally paranoid about this. Let's go. Nice. Ania, send someone. Isaac, find somebody. Major, a little wide. Nice cross. Petter. Isaac. I gotta hit it harder than that. Okay, 70 minutes left. How are we doing? Jaden Bennett's having a rough game out on the right side. Let's bring in Shonibari on the right. Maybe he can provide some magic again from the right-hand side. Any other subs? Naya's not doing very well, is he? Nombe could come in. But let's hold on for a little bit. With 20 minutes to go, though, let's just slow the game down somewhat here and see how things go. Okay, Shonibari in on the right. Make something happen. He tends to just run around and create havoc. This is not havoc. Oof. This is a tight game. Uh-oh. Maybe we should go to our... Oh, take it. Oh, I thought that was going to be for us. I'll serve it up here. This is... Stop him. No! Oh! Okay. Okay. 10 minutes to go. Let's bring in Labadie for Ofori, and let's go to our 4-3-3 and make them deal with that. We're still somewhat offensively fine with that. And then we'll move Isaac up there, and then let's time waste as much as possible. And let's see how that goes. 8 minutes to go. Hanging on. Labadie serves it up. Oh! How did he miss? Headed it across the face of the goal. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Okay. God. That hasn't happened all year. Okay, think. Let's go right back to this. We're going to bring Nombe in for Petter. And he'll play target man attack. We're going to have Labadie do box-to-box midfielder at support. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Can you do box-to-box midfielder attack? No, just support. Let's do central midfielder attack. Go for that. We are not going to waste time anymore. And let us go attacking. We're at home. And... confirm changes. Let's go for it. Oh, God, it's aggravating. I don't want to tie to this team. Okay, should we watch the highlight? Yeah, what happened? What happened? How did Thomas square it away? Oh! It bounced off someone's face and then in. They've been nibbling around our goal here for a while, though, so I guess they deserve that. And let's shout. Push forward. We've got time. We can do... Oh, frustrated by the feedback. Why? I'm just saying. Come on, let's get last-minute heroes again. Nothing. That's going to blow the whistle. Make a mistake. Okay. I could hold on to a narrow one. Yeah, we're not happy. The performance was disappointing. That, simply put, was not good enough. We should have won that match. End team talk. So much for our unbeaten run. Now, what happened here? They are... Saltshield's tied? Saltshield won. Okay. So they are 10 points back with a game in hand. If they win that, they're going to be 7 points back with 8 matches left to go. Okay. They are just killing teams, too. I feel like we almost have to win everything in order to do this. This is a lot closer than it looks. Nuneaton denied by late goal. Well, there you have it. That's not good. Looking forward, though, we will try to bounce back. That's actually, trying to think of this, that's the first match of the month that we haven't won in quite a long time. I'm not sure if have we lost one this year? God, I have to go back and think about that. But I guess you can't win them all. We do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 match undefeated. Still, It's hard to complain winning like that. It really is hard to complain. But we do need Salt Shields to kind of show some kind of imperfections here. Otherwise, this is going to go right down to the wire. I was feeling really good about this until that last goal there. Looking ahead, I'm going to play the FA Trophy Cup 4th round. If we win that and the semifinal comes up in March, I'm not sure when it will be, then I'll probably come back for that one too, because that starts to get a little bit interesting. But if not, then probably come back for the Hyde or the Scarborough Athletic. That will give us maybe 2 or 3 more matches. We'll have a half dozen or so, 5 matches left to go. We should see how the table looks. Fingers crossed we can see this one home. That's a tough 2 points to drop right there. But thank you so much for coming by. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and please hit the likes buttons. Those help a lot with driving eyeballs to the videos. So thanks so much. Have a great day. Take care.